ahead and take a little break. We got us a visitor, and he is actually going to a mechanic school. He's going to one of these tech schools that, now what is this tech school teaching us, bud? How to be a mechanic, right? Let's get his angle on school. Okay, he says he doesn't want to talk to us. What the fuck's going on? Why don't you want to talk to us, bud?
I don't want to be on tape, Pete.
Oh, so now you don't want to be on fucking tape.
I never did.
You were on tape the other day when we bashed your van up.
Be on tape then.
Well, I'm going to show you what I'm doing over here, and you tell me what you're thinking of it.
Ah!
All right, here we go.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So let me ask you a question, bud. We got the Mustang. You see the fucking Mustang. The last time you saw it was in a million pieces. What are you thinking about it?
What I'm thinking, you put a new floor down. Floor looks good.
The floor's not welded in yet, Brian.
It's not.
It's just sitting in there. We're working up here, dude. This is what we've been
Tell me what you're working
for
on.
a week. We've been putting all the front end on for the last week. Now let me show you what I'm working on here. This is a technical situation, but maybe something at your technical school they might show you to do this. You tell me if they show you how to do this stuff in the body world. Okay. Now what we did is we went ahead and replaced our cowling up here, and then of course we had to replace all this with used items that the owner gave us. But now watch when I take this off, what happens. Do you see the big gap we got there? Do you see the situation? That's because we had to use used parts here, new parts there. We got a layer going here. This goes underneath that. This is underneath that. And we got situations of jigsaw puzzle, layers, layers, layers. So I had to literally make this little piece here. I made that from scratch, and now I'll go ahead and weld that in there. Now that's professional quality work. Am I correct on that?
That's a Master Chief work right there.
That's Master Chief work in my Master Chief world that I live in. And that's the only way you should live anyway, is in your Master Chief world, because you are the Master Chief of your own world.
Of my own universe, yes.
Yeah, so what are you thinking about the Mustang? Please don't lean on the car, please. We're working on the fucking car. We don't need extra weight hanging off of it like a fucking monkey. What are you thinking about all the work we're doing here, bud?
P, you're doing a good job, man. Keep it up.
Now, you are actually related to a guy that I'm working on a truck for. It's a 1966 Chevy truck, is that correct?
That is correct.
It's a farm truck. It's Grandpa's truck, sat out in the field for 30 fucking years.
And you hate it.
And I hate that fucking truck.
And you fucking hate it, and it should be out of your
The
shop.
truck is in storage right now in my...
So when are you going to get it done, Pete?
Don't even ask that question. It's on its way, dude.
Don't even bring up the topic, because I'm the middleman. I hate being the middleman on stupid shit.
So now you know how I feel when I'm the fucking middle fucking man. See a lot of work here. You were here from the beginning. What are you thinking about this?
I think it's a new car. I think it's a freaking new car, man.
Brand new car.
You're replacing everything on it.
Do you think the owner is going to be happy with the car in question?
Well, yeah.
He's got to be. I mean, what the fuck, dude?
Southwest Rod Customs doing it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. SWRNC right there, bud. That's who's doing this car. All right, Brian, so where are you off today, bud?
I'm going off to school.
What have you learned so far going to a technical school? And do you think tech school is the way to go, or coming to a shop like, let's say, my friend Pete's and actually learning how to do it?
A little bit of both, man. It depends on the way you learn.
Right.
What have I learned? I learned about the engines and undercarriage.
But what have you learned there? I mean, are you learning about old classic cars, brand new technology?
Hey,
what?
you've been stuck in this shop for too many years. It's all about computers and
I already know about
ECUs
computers, dude. Well, I do LS conversions over here, bud. Fuel injection drivetrains.
That's exactly what we're touching on.
Okay, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Now, you were doing electronics. Last time you were at my shop, you were doing electrical wiring or some shit. What do you mean by that when you were saying that?
Yeah, what was that? 101 electricity, learning the basics, man.
Okay. So you already know all the basics? Do you think you can wire, let's say, for instance, that car up right there all by yourself, wire it up, get it running, get the lights going, wire all the electricity in, ground wires, hot wires, ignition switches, coils and all that. Could you possibly do that? Could you possibly do that?
Maybe.
From going to your electrical.
Now, are we on a time deadline, or is this?
Well, it's got to be done in a perfectly matter of time. That doesn't mean that you're going to do it. I'm just asking from you going to tech school and taking your technical. Oh, so you could wire that up?
Yeah.
Okay, how many circuits would it take to wire that car up, bud? How many circuits would you put in there to be compatible on that? How many circuit type wiring harness would you use?
18.
So you would go with an 18 circuit wire harness on this car. Now, give us an example why you would use an 18 instead of a 12 circuit. Why? You don't know. You're just speculating and guessing because you sold a van that had an 18 circuit wire harness in it, so you don't know what the fuck you're even talking about.
No, it had 11.
Basically.
It had 11.
All right. The reason that you would use an 18 or a 21 circuit wire harness in this, I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you, is for one reason. Because of the power windows, the remote entry doors, the remote trunk, the stereo system, the power boosters, and all the other electrical shit that you're going to install in this, including the gauges, the ignition switches, and the MSD boxes, and everything it takes to make this car a street rod that it is. All right?
Yeah.
You couldn't get away using a 12 circuit wire harness. There's no fucking way.
Good.
That's why you would use that. But that was a good answer on a guessing game that you were.
Come on, Pete, give me some credit.
You know,
give me some credit, man. Credit where credit's due. I gotta go.
All right, we'll see you later. Take it easy. And Mustang's coming along, bud. Are you surprised and shocked to see it in this angle?
It looks beautiful, Pete.
All right.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I still got a lot of welding. I still got to finish the floor out. We still got to put the torque boxes in. You probably don't know what a torque box is, but you might learn that in school, Brian. You might learn that in school what a torque box is. And, you know, we got a lot of shit going on with our car, but guess what, dude? One day soon, it will be done. One day soon, it'll be done. And my friend Pete might get paid off on finishing the job one day soon. Take it easy, Brian. Keep us updated on your school, and hopefully things will go good. All right? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a great day. Drill one more hole right here where it's going to end up right in this area. So let's get our drill. So we're going to put a spot weld right there in the center. Right here. Son of a bitch. Now that is fucking dangerous. That, my friend, is a dangerous situation. Don't ever hold a piece of steel in your hand just like that and then use the drill, especially if you don't have fucking gloves on. That's a bad situation. Okay, now that we got that on there, what we're going to do is line it up just like it's supposed to go, and then I will clamp it in place right where I want it, and then we'll go ahead and weld that all together. Before we do any welding though, I want to go ahead and weld this rust prevention paint off the end. And now, I'm ready to go ahead and weld it together. And make sure that you have your body hammer handy for this, because it is going to take a little bit of hammering and dollering. We're going to take our body hammer, and we'll go ahead and weld that up. pliers. Our spot weld right here. We're going to take our hammer. Now what we're looking for any pinholes that we might have missed along the way. All right. It looks. Put one more weld right here. And it looks like we have it welded up. Let's go ahead and grind it down and see what it looks like. We'll start out with our cutting wheel, using it as a grinder. Now we'll go ahead and take our 2-inch grinder, our air grinder, with a Rollo-Lock 24 grit pad. I'll go ahead and contour this and get it to where it's supposed to be, using my grinder as the tool of choice. Now what we've done, we went ahead and filled that in, and we also completed our task of finishing out the window opening. So that little venture right there took approximately 2.5 hours to complete. It was not really a big job, it wasn't a major job, but it was a time-consuming job. This type of stuff, this little meticulous fucking shit going on right here, just like this, is very time-consuming to get it proper. I wish I had a windshield. I'm gonna have to get a hold of the owner and see what the fuck's going on, because we're gonna have a glass to make sure that the windshield fits in here properly before we can actually say, hey, guess what, owner guy, fucking dude from New Jersey, we're done with your fucking windshield. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. We'll be back, still working on the Rustang, Frankenstang, almost done stang, and almost out of my fucking shop. We've done a lot of major work on this, a lot of major fucking repairs, and I'm not even done with this section right here yet. I still got to come up underneath it and repeat my process of what I just did right here. We'll see you later. Take it easy, and we'll be back. All right, what's going on out there? This is Pete. We're back, and we went ahead and finished up some welding. We also did a lot of final detail cleaning up on the situation on our Mustang. I'm getting ready to go home. I've been on this bitch all fucking day long working in one fucking corner of this car. And the corner we're talking about is right here, the left corner where the hinge post A-pillar is, if that's what you want to call it, an A-pillar. Go ahead, I don't care. Call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. Right there, that thing, that fucking thing, right there. Motherfucking bitch whore, fucking major fucking job. So anyway, we got that done. We started out over here in this corner. We got that corner. It looks great. It looks factory original. You can't even tell. And we went ahead and finished welding all this up. If you look up under here, looks pretty motherfucking nice. It's going to take a little bit of body work, but I think we're going to be able to get it cleaned up, and you won't even know that that fucker was even torn apart. You won't even fucking know, because that's the situation we have. And when the situation is that you take your time and you nurture, okay, you see my fingers, I'm nurturing it now, I'm molding it in place, I'm nurturing it and making it feel good, then it's going to treat you right and make you feel good. And you won't get that in the fucking ass. So we went ahead and cleaned our welds up on our rocker panel. We finished all the welding and cleaned all the welds up on our A-pillar slash fucking cocksucker motherfucking hinge post, which was a very, very excruciating major fucking replacement. If you have to go to this extent to replace this thing right here and then all this shit on the top, I'm gonna be honest with you, you better fucking 1 guess it, 2 guess it, 3 guess it, and maybe 4 guess it, because that is a major situation. We went ahead and added back our used pieces, just like I showed you. Those came out nice. We started welding we got the top half of our aprons all welded in place. Those look fucking good. Our core support is completely welded on, and yeah. So we've done a lot of fucking welding in the last several days, and a lot of fucking major repair. The next thing we're gonna do, I've just got done cleaning the car out, like I said. We're gonna go ahead and weld this floor in. We'll get the floor welded in. I'm gonna show you some final tune jobs and mistakes that you're gonna find when replacing these aftermarket floors. We're not gonna go over them right now, but when I get to them, I'm gonna show them to you. It's just minor shit, but you still, being the viewer that you are and the guy that wants to learn how to do everything, are gonna wanna know what the fuck to look for when dealing with situations like this. And then once we get the firewall and the floor mounted in the car permanently, then we'll go down here and start working on the torque boxes and the lower frame rails of our inner aprons. So as you see, we still got a lot of work ahead of us and a lot of fucking around and this, that, and the other, but we're gonna get it done, because I'm not a quitter, I'm not a fucking quitter, and I'm not gonna give up. You know, this is my motto: get the motherfucker done, at least to the point of where you started. Finish what the fuck you start, and then back off, see what the situation is, renegotiate, reinspectate, and get the fucking thing to where we're gonna start on it again. I wanna finish all this front end up, I wanna get that fucking floor done, and I wanna be done with everything on the front end of this car, and then we're gonna go from there. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Nice little update I just gave you. I'm still fucking working on the piece of shit, and it's still a fucking Rustang from hell. We'll see you later, and take care and watch all the fucking videos. That's all I can say. I'm going home.